Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mike, hello. Tighten up. Pull it together.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 72 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. 258. Check. 93.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's how we do, D.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, 626. You got me. You got me.
Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
50. Right now. You got 58. Bravo. Jim.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Alpha. Inside. Check.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now Saquon Barkley. And an alley to run. So close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 78 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Across the chalk, into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously, your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. The 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Mike, check, 59. Ready? Mike, go. Hey, D-line, let's get it. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 77 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
A gain of 17 yards. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 93's the mic. Here we go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's pick it up. Turn it 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Delta. Let's get it again.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, he almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Odell Beckham there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Box it. Hey, Mike. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. 30. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Plant.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Team 6. Team 6. 50, minus 50. Rip right. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. There they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the night as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Hey, exit.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a gain of 34.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
50. 5.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Hey, dude. Right 20. Drop deep. Hey, switch gears.
On 2nd and 1, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Mike, check, 59. Spin.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Past the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboy side of the field. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
54's Mike.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it. Twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. Caught left side. It's Beckham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. That do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Robert Woods, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Gostkowski with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Ready to go now on a sunny afternoon in the East Bay. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Yellow! Are you willing? Pick it up! Pick it up! Pick it up! On your team!
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. Check 99.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
There we go, D.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsay. The 3rd down run gets them nothing.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Watch the boot.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught, pulled in by Clark. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 41, Mahomes. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. We're scoreless after 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now it's Ryan. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
And how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Lindsay here. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
54. Watch the flag.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's it. That's it. Big hit. Yellow.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Mahomes firing complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Easy. Tighten up.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
55, keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 55 is my guy. 55. Hey, get away from him. Right on these two. Mike, 55. Check. 15. Hey, watch the slant. Sponge. No, warp it.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dallas Clark in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Elliott a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Elliott. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Willie Brown, the one to make the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Open man is Michael Thomas. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Down, ready, you ready? Hey, 59, ready. I'm coming after you.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This is fielded at the goal line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Hey, Ridley. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. He's got a first down past the 30. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow, I'm going to It's going to be a long day.
On second down now. It's Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the shotgun, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
59, ready, 20, 20, 80. 6-man.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
51, Sam. 52 is the mic. Got it. Here we go, D. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? Hey, Echo.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here's Michael Palardy now. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Smith and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the ground, this is Kamara. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run. This is Kamara. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 21 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. One final try from Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. From Oakland, With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Able to fight through one tackle. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. First down in Miami.
21.
From the gun, Ryan. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
39.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Yellow. Long like 54. It's been a long day for you.
A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Room to run past midfield. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. moves here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Cooper was the intended target. Earlier we mentioned the Madden Classic Championship. We also want to remind you that registration is underway for the opportunity to represent your favorite NFL club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the Club Championship final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history. Folks, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th and receive a free Team Elite Fantasy Pack. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Go! Check. 51,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Check 26.
It's Kelsey on the ground. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Ryan. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
We're done. Ready. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Check. Five. Check.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, Cooper with it. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready. 25. Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, express. What's the other? Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, here I come. 11. Hey, dude.
to throw again. Ryan. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Ryan will throw again. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The kick by Marr is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
No, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, wahoo! Go!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Ryan now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. But he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes to throw once more. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 10-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Got it. Back 25. We got to get to the ball. 51. Down. Hey. High 7.
On 1st down, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Bravo.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
20. Hey, Alpha. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let him know. Let him know. All right, 45 to that.
Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Here's Ryan. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1st and 10 at their own
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A first down carry by Elliott. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Get ready, we're ready. Let's get it. 45.
Again, it's Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They'll look to throw. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
54 much.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They run it again with Kamara. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.